Hello, my super smart kids. How are you all doing? Welcome to a new science lecture video, and I'm still talking about the excretory system responsible of the excretion process in the body. What's the excretion? It's the process of removing waste products from the body, because if these products stay and are accumulated and are not eliminated from the blood, they can cause serious health problems. The excretory system is an organ system, so it is built of different organs. These organs include the lungs, the large intestine, the kidneys, and the skin. Four organs build our excretory system, and each one of these organs has a special function. The lungs belong to the respiratory system. They are found in our chest and protected by the rib cage. The job of these lungs is to eliminate the carbon dioxide, which is a toxic gas. So, the excretion of the carbon dioxide from the organism happens by the lungs. What's the job of the large intestine? The large intestine is a part of our digestive system. When the food is digested, there is a part that is not digested and that the body does not need. So the job of the large intestine is to eliminate it outside the organism. Now we'll talk about the third organ of the excretory system, which is the kidneys. But first, let's talk about the liver, this important organ that filters the ammonia from the blood. It takes the ammonia and it turns it, it changes it into urea. This urea is moved to the kidneys. The kidneys are two organs that have the shape of a bean seed. They have the size of a fist, and each kidney is located in a side of the backbone. Inside the kidneys, the urea combines with the extra water and salts to give the urine. So, in the kidneys, urine is made. Then, urine flows in the ureters. The urine passes in the ureters. Then it goes and is stored in the bladder. And the urethra will excrete the urine by urination. That's what we call the urinary system. It is made of the two kidneys, two ureters, one bladder, and the urethra. We know now the jobs of the lungs, the large intestine, and the kidneys, and their role in the excretion in the body. What about the skin, and what are the different functions of the skin? The skin is the body's largest organ. It is the biggest organ of the body, and it performs different important functions. Last time we said that by sweating, you are excreting different waste products outside the organism. By sweating, the sweat contains excess water, salts, urea, and uric acid. These bad things, these waste products, are removed with the sweat. So when you sweat, it's a good thing. You are eliminating bad products outside your body. Also, the skin is the outer layer of your body, and it comes in contact with the environment. In the environment, there are viruses, bacteria, germs. So the skin protects you from diseases. It defends the body against germs. It doesn't let them go in, and this way it protects you from diseases. Also, the skin, by the sweat glands found in the skin and the layer of fats found in the skin, it helps you regulate your body temperature by removing the excess of heat. I will explain in the next slide how this happens, but your skin helps you keep a normal body temperature equal to 37 degrees. The skin also has nerves in it, so it detects the changes in the environment. If it's hot outside, if it's cold outside, if you touched a nail, you feel pain. So in the skin, you have nerve endings that help you feel the environment. The skin has 4 different functions. 1. Excretion of waste products. 2. Protection against diseases and germs. 3. Regulation of body temperature. 4. Sensory detection. It helps you feel and sense the environment. Again, what are the 4 functions of the skin? Excretion of waste products, protection from diseases, regulation of temperature, sensory detection. Let's talk in details about how the skin regulates the body temperature. Your skin helps your body maintain normal temperature. It performs this function by removing excess heat. When you exercise, your face becomes red in color, you feel hot. This is how your skin helps you to remove the extra heat that you are making. Look, when you exercise, the brain knows, it detects that there is a rise in the blood temperature. There is extra heat in the blood. So it sends a message to the capillaries, to the tiny blood vessels. These capillaries dilate, they grow in size, they become larger, they open a bit. This way, heat loss across the skin. The excess of heat is lost through the skin. Another way to lose the extra heat that you are producing, the nerves in your skin, they detect that there is extra heat. So they send a message to the brain. The brain sends a message back to the sweat gland in the skin, and then you sweat to remove the extra heat. Let's talk about these 2 ways to remove extra heat in details. Yalla, you exercise. Your body temperature is increasing. The brain detects a rise in the blood temperature. It knows that there is a rise in the blood temperature. Your temperature is going higher. It sends a message to the capillaries, which are the small blood vessels. The capillaries dilate. For this reason, you become red in color because your blood vessels, your capillaries dilate. They enlarge, they become bigger. And this way, you lose heat through the skin. Second way to lose the extra heat, the nerves in the skin feel the rise of temperature. They send the message to the brain. The brain sends a message back to the sweat glands, and it orders them to sweat. and then you sweat to remove the extra heat. Two ways to lose extra heat: by losing heat through the skin after the dilation of capillaries, two, by sweating. There are lots of things in our skin, and the skin is made of two main layers: the epidermis, which is mostly composed of dead skin cells, and the dermis, that contains the nerve endings, the sweat glands, the blood vessels, a lot of blood vessels. The fat cells in the dermis layer store the excess fat in the body, and they help you in sweating also, as we saw before. The skin is built up of two main layers. In these two layers, there are different skin cells, nerves, blood vessels, sweat and oil glands, and hair follicles. Let's label this section of the human skin. Where are the fat cells? They are light in color. Here are the fat cells. The sweat glands help us excrete and make sweat to remove excess heat from the body. Epidermis is the first layer of the skin. Here it is. The dermis is the second one. Here is the muscle. This is an extra information. And where is the hair? Here it is. Sweat is released through pores in the skin. Here is the subcutaneous tissue, and extra information too. And here is the hair follicle. The skin shows also nerve endings and tiny blood vessels. Well done. Since the skin is multi-purpose and is doing lots of functions, it's protecting you, it helps you touch and feel the environment, it regulates your and controls your body temperature, so you need to care for your skin. How we do this? By drinking enough water. Drinking enough water will help you keep a healthy skin. Also, you need to wash and rub your skin well using warm water and soap, and you need also to dry it well. When you sweat, when you play sports, do not forget to wash your sport shoes and let them dry in the sun. And also, when you go outside in the sun, you need to wear a good sunscreen to protect yourselves from the harmful ultraviolet light of the sun. And that's it. This was the lesson. We talked about the various organs of excretion, which are four organs: the lungs, the large intestine, the kidneys, and the skin. The urinary system is made of the kidneys, the ureters, the bladder, and the urethra, and each one of these organs has a special function. You know that the skin is made of two main layers, which are the epidermis and the dermis. The epidermis is mostly made of dead skin cells, and the dermis contains and houses the nerve endings, the blood vessels, the sweat glands. For sure, it's very important for your skin and for your excretory system to drink enough water. The skin has four main functions: the excretion of waste products, the regulation of temperature, the protection against diseases, and what's the fourth one? The fourth one is the sensory detection. It helps you feel the environment. And you should care for the skin by drinking enough water, by cleaning it, by drying it well, and by wearing the right sunscreen for your skin. Thank you. Bye bye. For any question, I'm always available.